Hey guys, just wanted to do an Scx24 video for you, show you mine, the mods, few quick reviews on tires, and how to use your spare parts. They send you in these bad boys. First off, this is my C10. This one, you know what, let's start at the beginning. You get one of these chargers with your Scx24. Junk. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. First off, you'll notice all my machines are on Amazon magnets. Just glued on there so it doesn't change anything or affect anything in any way. Biggest problem with these things is the stock shocks. They're poop. Total poop. These things. No good. Boingy, boingy, boingy. You can fill them with grease, and they get a little bit better for a short period of time, but everybody knows they're not good. So, upgraded this one, and it's got the power hobbies. They're essentially the exact same as the hot racing. Not a whole lot of difference. Same coilover. They both give you a hard or a soft spring as well, which is nice. Good to have options. So this one's got the tires clipped. Every other lug has been removed, inside and out, and then vented as well. So the air vents that are inside these rims, like there, one was plugged, let it dry, pinch the tire a little bit, plug the other one, let it dry, and you get this. Nice and soft rear tire, loves to grip, and a firm front tire because I don't pinch the fronts. Easier to turn, no wear on it. A lot of people will tell you to tighten that servo saver right there, and I tell you not to. You're going to ruin your servo if you do it. If you don't care and you're going to get another servo anyway, go ahead, tighten her up. But I don't recommend it. Not worth it. Weights. You definitely want to put weight in these things in the worst way. This one's got spindles and diff weights. These are 9-gram diff weights, 8-gram spindles, and that's a 7-gram weight sitting on top of the steering servo. In the rear, we've got a 9-gram brass hot racing weight and a 7-gram tire weight on top of it. You gotta add weight to these things or else they just roll and flip and they get kind of boring really quick. Another mod I did on this one is the links. The lower links on this have been molded a bit to give more belly clearance, so it's easier to get over obstacles. You don't hang up. You wouldn't believe how good these tires are, guys, for stock tires. Just clipping them and deventing them, they work amazing. Better than most of these. And then, of course, I just went to a dollar store and I grabbed some shelf paper. Put a little bit of wood grain on there. This one, this is actually my Betty. It's on magnets as well because I'm lazy. So this is actually my Betty chassis. Da, 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 da. I haven't done much to alter this. I glued, obviously, magnets on there so that the C10 body fits on it. You'll understand why when I show you the next one. The shocks have been done. These are the Power Hobbies. Relocated down to the frame from their stock position, which is dumb. And also on these units, I do another little sweet trick, and I'll show you on this one. On these upper links, quit it. There we go. That fella right there. These come with screws. Like this. And I take those out. And I remove one of the balls from my stock shocks. Like this. I actually remove them both. And I put one of those in each side to allow more pivot. One here, one on the other side. And I did that in my other C10 as well. Same thing. Because it allows more pivot. This one, has a 4-link conversion in the front, as you can see. So what I've done is took out the front wishbone, and with your whichever one you buy, the Betty, the C10, Deadbolt, Jeep, it doesn't matter. You get this package with these extra links in it. So what you can do with these fancy dancy extra links is 2 long ones, 2 short ones. The short ones can replace that wishbone in here. It does extend your wheelbase 10 millimeters, but that being said, that's more stability as well and easier to crawl. So you put these 2 into the lower links, and you've got those balls already installed on there that I told you. All right, and then the longer ones obviously get installed up top. Got that? Now, you're going to have your spare drive shaft here, the long one. I had to remove a little bit of mine, this much, and as it turns out, that ended up being twice as much as I needed to. So you have to trim it very little. And then that way you get that 4-link suspension, which gives massive more articulation than stock. And then again as well, I have the balls on the front, which are just at the back of the servo mount where those upper links mount, and the balls at the back as well. Now this one weighs about 350 grams. It's got a lot of weight added to it. And the tires are rather significant. It's got the RC 4-wheel drive scramblers on it. Now these ones are just right out of the package, nothing to it, you know, firm foam. But then these ones I altered a little bit, and I removed the stock foam out of them. This fella, this size, he's out of there. And what I did was I installed one of these from a set of RC 4-wheel drive rock crushers, which are crappy, but we'll talk about those in a sec. So now I have that much more gap before it gets firm, and that's what you want. You want it to be able to flatten out and grab, but firm enough to bite. It's perfect, I'm telling you. These scramblers are a whole new ball game with this setup. It's Bad Betty now. And that Betty's actually on a C10 chassis because, like I said, with the wheelbase, I can't fit the C10 body on it properly. It just looks terrible. So there we go. Now to the wheels real quick. These are the stock C10's that I tried to boil the tire off to save it, but they don't boil well like the old style do. Don't waste your time. These are Betty's stock Rock Lizards. What a beauty tire, beauty tread. But again, these trucks aren't that heavy. They can't, you know, under their own weight, forcefully push down that rubber. It's too resilient, and they don't have enough weight. So it's almost useless unless the rubber was softer. It would be nicer if I could get these tires off the rim and mount them onto a beadlock or something from RC four-wheel drive, or de-vent them as I did the C10 tires and be able to deflate them a little bit. But I haven't had any luck with these ones simply because the vent is so deep inside that dish. They don't cooperate very well. I'll continue to play with those. Otherwise, they just sit on the shelf and look pretty. Now, these ones are the RC four-wheel drive Rock Creepers. I love these tires, man. I'm telling you. I've got them mounted on the beadlocks in reverse, so it's a wide offset, real wide offset. But I'll tell you, these tires are fantastic. Anywhere you've got bite, edges, lips, stuff like that, on a flat surface, like anything flat, it doesn't really work that well. It's not the greatest tire. So, you know, that being said, choose appropriately. Nice soft compound. They're a nice tire. I really like them. But they're about the same size as the stock C10 tire. So if clearance is your thing, you're not going to want to go with a Rock Creeper. And here we have the Wranglers. I love these tires. They are fantastic. Such a soft compound, supple tire. It gets in anywhere. It really bites on almost anything. Like even the plastic, it just grabs it and no problem. Amazing, amazing. That being said, for that reason, it's because they are thin. So they get caught in rocks and edges and get pinched a bit. I've torn a couple. So be careful with that. Make sure you know. And then these things. Well, these are Rock Crushers. RC four-wheel drive. And they are terrible. Not a very good tire. They're small. Like they're even smaller than the stock C10 tire. So, I mean, you're losing ground clearance. But as well, I mean, I've got these trimmed right now. Every other lug has been taken out, and they're completely deflated. Completely. They're just a terrible tire. Not a very popular tire, and I doubt ever will be in this size. These ones here are the Patagonias, and they're a fantastic tire. They're my favorite scale-looking tire, but they don't function as well as the Wranglers do, in my opinion. They have a harder time on smooth surfaces, but they look real cool, and that matters. So just to give you an idea of the difference in that four-link, we're going to pop Bad Betty here up on 3 tires. And every other wheel still touches.